What's up, targeted individuals? It's another live stream. This gonna be about how we can what's really making targeting so heavy, and the information that we have that we're not really using. Um, it's just so simple, bro. And I've sat back and I've just watched this stuff. I watched this stuff. I sat back and I just watched. I listened, and it's just a way to defund the police. And it's more simple than what people think. Um, we've already came across the culprit. We understand alphabet agencies is involved with this stuff, and they're the controllers of it. Like I said, you have a thing called the Citizen app. Another target said that first. Actually, heard it from a rapper in a song, but another target said that first. Um, but you have a thing called the Citizen app. We just know who the culprit is. If someone makes an app, is it has to be approved. It's like a food, you know, it has to be approved. But this is just about how targeting can, like, how a targeted individual can pretty much defund the police. How it's so simple to defund the police, and people just got up and protested with signs to defund the police. I know I sound like a broken record, but people got up and protested with signs, bro. You have to realize the dumbness of what the people that we're living, the people that we're living in around, bro. Everyone is idiots. It's early in the morning. I'm sorry if I go all over the place sometime. I didn't get my 8 hours today. That's important for a targeted individual. Um, yeah, it's pretty much these three-letter agencies, and Homeland Security is watching pretty much everything. Why isn't the shade room? Homeland Security is watching everything. They'll put these type of things on the news sometime about the spyware that cops legally own, law enforcement legally own. And it's just like, bro, if people knew that everything, if people knew that everything was being watched, if people knew that everything was being watched, they wouldn't do crime. If people knew that everything was being watched, they wouldn't do crime. Homeland Security hides this stuff. Just say this, right? If if you know that you're going to be caught for a crime, consequences are guaranteed. Are you going to do anything? You're not going to commit one crime. And the police wants crime going on because it's extra funding. It's extra funding. And what I said in my post was, it's like so simple to defund the police, making people aware of 24/7 surveillance through constant everyday sign that says don't do crime. Homeland Security is watching everything with guaranteed consequences. Homeland Security and several other alphabet agencies are watching everything with guaranteed consequences. Nobody is going to do anything. Why do they put that stuff on the news sometime instead of putting it on social media or putting it on the street? You got hidden cameras on the street, all type of stuff. Why is it hidden? Why is it not said some of the time? Why is it hidden? Because they want crime to be going on, and it's not just a funding thing, and they get paid off of tax dollars. So it's not just an extra funding thing. They're trying to entrap and enslave minorities by keeping us stupid and in the hood and just doing dumb stuff. They don't let them people know that. They don't watch the news, but they get on social media. They don't watch the news, They don't watch the news. Criminals don't watch the news, but they get on social media from time to time. They're definitely outside. Why aren't there signs saying that law enforcement basically, a branch of law enforcement basically watches everything that goes on? They watch. This is how it works, right? And it's just common sense, bro. It's too beneficial to take people off the street. It benefits the world. It even benefits me. So yeah, it even benefits me. It benefits the world. So you have to understand they're watching people. Law enforcement agencies, three-letter agencies, are watching people commit crimes. They're watching people commit crimes and collecting the correct evidence that can be put in front of a jury. But I also said, if, like, say you committed a crime in your house, right? But the police put a hidden camera in your house. They put a secret, illegal, hidden camera in your house, but you committed a crime inside your house. That evidence can't be used. You committing a crime inside of your house, it can't be used. What they do is watch everything. What they know who do everything, and they gather the correct evidence to prosecute. They gather that correct evidence to put toward a jury. That's what they do. When they have me talking like this, I'm not even a criminal. I'm not worried about a crime, and I'm not a criminal. But they're making me talk like this because they put me in the simulation of Myron Mays, which I'm never going crazy like he did. But they put me in this simulation. They keep trying to subliminally accuse me, and I mean, I don't know how they saying it, but I mean, it's whatever. So I really don't care. But anyway, yeah, they watch people do crimes and gather the correct evidence that can be put in front of a jury. They gather the correct. They know who do it, but they can't. It can't be. Oh yeah, we seen you on the camera. We seen you on this secret hidden camera. That's not evidence. They gather the correct evidence, which is simple to do once they know who did something. So they'll gather the correct evidence to do that. It's early in the morning. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but why is Homeland Security not giving this information to social media? Why does the Shade Room not put out everyday posts making people aware of being watched? Nobody knows this stuff for a fact except for targets. They let you know you're being watched every day. They let you know they know what you said every day when you was alone. Um, if people know they're being watched, they're not doing anything, like I said, and no crimes would be committed. As Judge Joe Brown said in the interview, and I quote, "The system don't work unless you do what you do." That means the system don't work unless you do what you do. The system don't work unless you do what you do. Like if you don't commit crime, the system don't work. That's why they go crazy, keeping people distracted from what's really important. They have literal control over people's lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they're literally controlling these people's life. Like, bro, they don't know like a target. They don't know to watch out on the road because somebody could purposely be trying to make some catastrophe happen. They don't know not to commit any crime because the police is watching. They don't know any of this stuff, but they're literally walking around with a percentage of of being controlled and not even knowing. I remember not knowing, bro. Like I remember not knowing, like not knowing, like people not knowing people after people life and will make them uh, try to cause a catastrophe on the road, or not knowing that you know just not knowing stuff like that. And I feel like it's so dangerous not to know stuff like that. You think life is good, but people got that's not perp stuff. Anyway, people got um stuff on the street. Like people got, you know, I mean, not on the street, but people have life insurance policies on people, bro. And people just run around like, and that's a normal thing. Life insurance is a normal thing, and people just run around act like ain't nobody greedy. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody greedy. It's probably somebody. It's people. It could be people in your not even in your family that have a life insurance policy on you, put you in a psychological program. But they got me to they used to have me to where I look at cars and while I'm driving and I wouldn't even want to change lane or you know, basically trying to make me crash until I realized who was actually watching me, who was coordinating that. You know, once I figured that out, because before I figured it out, I used to think it was citizens. I used to, my classmates was watching me. Oh nah, bro, that's scientists, psychologists, law enforcement, three-letter agencies, alphabet agencies, whatever you want to call them, three-letter agencies, bro. That's what they are. Once I realized it was them doing that, um, you know, I got way more comfortable. Like I drive like a normal person now, but just aware of, you know, people that are try to, you know, every time I get in the vehicle, aware of people that are try to hurt me. Um, so that's just what that is. Just aware of that stuff. But uh, yeah, they do this type of stuff. It's sad because they do this type of stuff to minorities, bro, and um, pretty much everybody else, bro. Like I said, Target is a color. Target is a color. It's a color alone. You got white, black, you got in Target. You know, Target is a color in itself. But yeah, they, you know, unfortunately, minorities, us as minorities, we don't search things sometimes. You know, my peers, we don't look at stuff. Well, I don't have any friends. I'm just saying, minorities, we're not educated. You know, like a targeted individual, we're not educated. No, you know, targeted individuals are educated, but minorities, people on the street, they're not educated. Minorities on the street selling, you know, weed or whatever, they're not educated, or you know, whatever drug, they're not educated. You know, they're not educated, bro. So it's sad. It's real sad, and the police just prey on us, bro. They prey on them pretty simple. You know, they prey on them pretty simple. But that's pretty much what that is. The police prey on them pretty simple. The police prey on them pretty simple. The police prey on minorities that's in the hood and the trap house. They prey on them very simple. They don't get harassed into trying to commit crime because they're already committing crime. We get harassed because we know already. But it's just like, why would they even do that when people? It's just like, why would they even do that? It's like, why would they even do that when people you know, somebody walking past me right now. Yeah, but it's like, why would they even do that when, you know, people? I mean, I guess I was the first person to kind of call out how we can literally defund the police. So I guess every target doesn't know. You didn't really think that much, but bro, all we have to do, that's who's doing it to us, bro, deep down. But all we have to do is put signs everywhere. Hey, bro, people know about consequences. That's just like a. This is a great example of it. That's just like a police car sitting right where you about to go shoot somebody at. You're not going to do it because that's guaranteed caught, right? You know, that's guaranteed caught. That's like you trying to shoot somebody that's sitting right next to a police car, and they just sitting there, but they not even talking to the officer or nothing like that. They sitting right next to the police officer. It's just like trying to shoot somebody sitting right next to the police officer. It's guaranteed consequences. So it's like that's what you gotta start telling people. Like you gotta. It's like we're not. You gotta start telling people that, but it's like you can. It's like you can. And I used to think, oh, well, that can get the police in trouble. Like that can get the police in trouble. Nah, it really can't. Because I was thinking their response would be, if we were watching everything, we would be arresting everybody immediately as soon as we. But no, they can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like if they don't have the right stuff, they can't do that. They can't arrest somebody off of watching them. So I'm intelligent. They can't arrest them off of watching them. Like a camera on the street, yeah, one of those, camera that's called out, a camera that's called out. But they can't tell you that when you in the car with your homeboys going to go do some crazy shit or shoot something up. Excuse my curse word. When you going to go do some crazy stuff, when you in the car with your homies, they don't tell you that they watching you through your phone camera. I have no worry saying that. I've never done nothing like that, thank God. But yeah, they can't tell you that they probably watched you through your phone camera do that. That's not. They can't be used as evidence. So that's why. You get what I'm saying? You gotta think logical with pretty much everything, bro. Logic gives you the answer. God gives you the answer first, but logic gives you the answer. Logic gives you answers to everything there is. Logic gives you answers. Staying logic gives you answers. Staying logic gives you answers, bro. It gives you answers. Staying logic and just logical, just being real logical, it just gives you answers. It gives you answers. You gotta understand that. Yeah, you gotta understand that. You just gotta dive deep within logic, bro. It just gives you answer. Just like the thing with the alphabet agencies controlling the media, bruh. That's literally they alphabet law enforcement agencies controls the media. They have a hip hop police. They control the media. I mean, you see some rappers on TV, BET with weapons, bro. So you have to think logic, and then they have a hip hop police. You have to think logic, bro. You have to think logic. Oh shit! Please don't. You have to think logic. But yeah, my bad. Every time somebody walk past me, I'm kind of near the shelter, but every time somebody walk past me, I kind of get quiet. But you have to think logic with everything, bro. Like the police control, alphabet agencies control rap music. A lot of the stuff that's put out. I don't listen to music now because it's psychological. Taylor Swift, beautiful girl, but she made a song. Well, she probably didn't make it herself, but she made a song that would turn a mental patient um, to the top of a building. You know, she made a song that'll turn a mental patient to the top of a building. Um, that Me song. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It plays everywhere. And I've said this before. I don't listen to music because it's psychological. I honestly don't find a reason to talking to people unless it's a female. So I don't I don't need anything from anyone, and I don't feel the need of talking to anyone because all this stuff is psychological, especially music. I don't listen to music, nor do I really watch movies unless I have to. You know, sometimes you have to watch a movie unless if you're into it or you with your companion. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to watch a movie. But yeah, like they made us aware of 24/7 surveillance through harassing us and letting us know that we were being watched. Um, I think the simple conclusion, I think a simple retaliation for this stuff would be to not protest, but just um, put 24/7 surveillance in the ear of people that can't necessarily hear it. They don't understand. They don't understand. They can't necessarily hear it. So putting that um, information out of 24/7 surveillance, it'll kind of help people understand a little bit more, and crime would just completely, pretty much stop when people know that consequences is guaranteed, and people don't. The police doesn't want crime to stop, bro. If people knew consequences guaranteed, I'm talking about consequences for perps, not perps, just regular street people, gangsters, not targeted individuals, regular street people, gangsters. If they knew that, they wouldn't do a thing, bro. People do things because they think they're not going to get caught. But if they knew not to do that, they knew not to do anything, but the world would be so different. You'll see a lot of police corruption more to regular people. I don't really worry about that type of stuff. Like I said in my last live stream, um, I sent a personal message, one that's deleted off of here. It's a personal message. It's just letting you know I don't have any fear. You can't really scare me, but they can see it. Y'all can't see that live stream. That was very unprofessional of me. But it's just like their informants are attacking me everywhere that I go. Everywhere that I go, their informants are attacking me. They're attacking me, psychologically attacking me, bro. Everywhere that I go, tracking, psychological attacking. You know, that's what they're doing. They're attacking me everywhere that I go, and only thing I can do is pray to God. Like that's the only thing I can do. Only thing I can do is pray to God, bro. I can't do nothing else because they psychologically attacking me every day. I can't do nothing else. I could just pray to God and improve my calmness, help improve my calmness and improve my patience and things like that. That's the only thing I can do is pray to God because that's the only thing that keep me sane. But it's a bunch of programs we can go over. That's involved with this stuff, and um, they'll never be they'll never be like saying this stuff. They can never come out and say that they done this stuff to people. And it's not. People have their own minds. They have your. Are you weak enough to snap out at any moment? Are you weak enough to do what you did because of their psychological harassment? Hey, just I just want them to fess up. I want them to confess on the psychological torture that they did. Because if somebody has committed an action because of psychological torture, that's on that person. You can't punish the police for it. for a person having a temper. Um, you know, just admit that there's something that you do, and you just gotta take it away, and it gotta be done. You know, somebody will make it happen. You know, somebody will make it happen, man. But like, you can't even get mad at you can't even get mad at the police for what Myra Mays did. Honestly, you know, that was a they broke his mind. He was weak minded, so you can't even get mad at what he did. Like, you can't put a blame on anyone for what he did. Like, you know, I would like some admitting. You know, I would like some admitting to what they did to him psychologically, but his actions, you know, psychological warfare isn't illegal. Tracking is. Psychological warfare isn't illegal. Tracking and stalking is illegal. Yep, that's illegal. Um, so, you know, the psychological warfare isn't illegal. You can't get mad at somebody because they walk in with a shirt on that say some certain words. That's not, you know, that's not illegal. But if they tracked you to do that, then that's illegal. You know, so it's just how this stuff works. But it's just like, bro, us as targets, bro, we can defund the police. Simple as is, like, very simply defund the police, bro. Very simply. Like, hey, bro, don't commit crime. They're using the jails for depopulation. They're using the jails for depopulation, bro. You know, they're using jails for depopulation. That's a form of depopulation. If you put a motherfucker in jail to where when they get out, they whole life gotta be changed. Like, they gotta, like, their whole life is changed. Like, that's a depopulation. That's a form of depopulation. You know, and it helps the world, bro. Like, it helps the world. If you get what I'm saying, like, it helped the world. It helps somebody. You know, when they auction your car when you in jail, it helps somebody. You know, when you ain't got your spot no more. If you had one, you ain't got your spot no more. When they auction your car when you in jail, or when they drain your bank account and it goes to who knows where. Like, it's beneficial to them. I mean, you leave your girlfriend on the street. It's beneficial to them. It's beneficial to somebody. Depopulation is beneficial to people, bro. That tells you the logic on them actually doing it because it's beneficial. Just like cops watching people do crime, it's beneficial, and not literally the cops, bro. You have idiot cops. Don't be mad at cops that you see, because you have idiot cops. There's a cop that got caught fucking a prostitute, man, having sex. I keep cursing. They're gonna try to flag me because I'm talking the real stuff. But you had a cop that had sex with a prostitute um, inside of his car, and they had him on video. And he got caught for that. So it's just like, bro, you have to understand that, bro, is anything that's beneficial, they're doing. If it benefits somebody, they are doing it. That's just like a beautiful female. Even if I got a girlfriend, it's beneficial. I'm going to have sex with her because it's beneficial. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand this stuff, bro. Logic, bro. If something is beneficial, that means it's happening. That means it's happening. That means they're doing it. So how beneficial is it for some law enforcement dispatcher, um, some third party company agency, third party company agency to be watching people commit crimes and correct and gathering the correct evidence to do so, gather the correct evidence to prosecute that person or those people. You know, it's beneficial. That mean they're doing it. It ain't just the hidden cameras. It ain't just the cameras that's on the street that they tell you. You know, they got hidden cameras everywhere. If we explain this stuff to the population, to people that that don't read, people that commit crimes, bro, it's finished for the police, bro. It's finished for them. It's finished for them. Not really. They get paid off of tax dollars, but it ain't just money. They want they want minorities entrapped and in jail. They want minorities entrapped and in jail, bro. Some of y'all are candidates to see if they going to see if you're gonna do something crazy. Like, bro, they want minorities in jail, bro. Come on, bro. It ain't even the money. I'm talking about it ain't even the money. It ain't even about the money thing. Like, oh yeah, 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 we gonna get money from being in jail from bond money or you know a lawyer that's working for them or something like that. It ain't even the money, nigga. They want minorities in jail. They want minorities in jail, homie. They want you. They want minorities in jail, bro. It ain't even this or that, bro. That's why I say, bro, people that worry about relationships, bro, be racist. Anybody that's worried about a relationship with a woman is a racist. Pause. I only like women. You feel what I'm saying? Pause. I'm just saying, bro. Anyone that's worried about anyone that's too loving and too caring, like I said, targets is a color. Targets target is a color in itself. But you have some men that want to see minorities in jail because of their girlfriend. And they can't even it's you can't lock they can't lock all of us up. You know what I'm saying? Like and this is a thing. This is a thing, bro. This is a thing. I swear this is a thing. So it's just like yeah, it is. Bro, this is a whole game um that operated in hating other races, bro. I mean, it was 3 letters. You know, it's 3 letters. You know what I'm talking about. So this is a thing, bro. This is a thing. They don't even let people know. Well, this ain't even about that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might try to report my stuff or something like that because I said that, bro. But that's real, bro. Isn't that shit exists? It exists, bro. It exists. It exists heavily. It exists in the mind extremely. You feel what I'm saying? It exists in the mind extremely. That's why you don't go around your girlfriend. That's why they don't go around their girlfriends with people with minorities. If they got friends that's even minorities, it's not really the same thing, bro. Because it influences. Like, oh, I want to. She might say, oh, I want a black guy now. I want just seeing them on the street, bro. Just seeing them on the street, it influences. Like, bro, so people are very hateful. And the media made that like that. They said we this. They said we that. The media made it like that. You know. But that's another story. That's another topic. You feel what I'm saying? That's something else to talk about. But well, that's kind of on the same topic. But it's like, bro, they want minorities jailed, bro. So they don't tell people. They don't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't tell them nothing. They don't tell them nothing. Homeland Security, they ain't even post that. They don't like, bro, people can get on Google Earth. We can get on Google Earth and go to every place in the world from a phone. We can do that as citizens. A junkie can get on his phone and go on Google Earth and go to every place in the world. Do you not know what type of technology that these other people have? They hide this spyware. Cops hide this spyware, bro. They don't want people reading. That's reading. That's called reading. Oh, we can't control you. You feel what I'm saying? You know not to do anything. We can't control you. We don't want you telling other people that. There needs to be signs on the street. If I had enough money, I would put a billboard that flashes with the electronic billboard that puts a sign up saying Homeland Security. These three-letter agencies are watching everything. All you do is wait. Watch you do it. Wait. Gather the correct evidence. It's beneficial. And that's not your street local cops. Some of these cops be employed by three-letter agencies, you know, but some of them not, and they keep them out of that. That's why you can see they keep paid and keep cops done, and that's who doing it. That's why um you can see officers getting arrested for crime. How you an officer and you do more crime than I do, or you do a crime that I wouldn't do? How are you an officer? You feel what I'm saying? So they don't know that they're being watched, bro. This is a benefit. It's a benefit, but people don't understand that the world. People don't understand that, like, it's not the world. It's not citizens watching. If citizens were watching people, citizens wouldn't commit crime. Citizens are being paid to paint a narrative that causes breathing problems. That they're watching you. You walk past a citizen, get an directed conversation. Oh, this person must be watching me. I gotta be a little bit more. Oh, they believe that about me. I gotta be a little bit more stiff when I'm at home. Oh, they're watching. They're the regular citizen. No, bro. No. Anybody, anybody, face that don't matter. Their eyes don't matter. Or did I say it backwards? Their eyes don't matter because they face don't. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that does this type of stuff, stalk regular random people, they don't matter, bro. So the citizens that are out there that probably stay in the house and don't do anything that possibly could be watching everyone or watching certain people. It's not anyone that matters. It's what you have to understand. It's not anyone eyes that matter. It's like an elder. You feel what I'm saying? Like, their eyes don't even matter. I'm not trying to impress you. They're just keeping it real, just like an elder, like someone sexually unattractive. I'm not trying to impress you, to keep it honest. So them the type of people that's watching you. Some person, if anything, and they're all connected to these alphabet agencies. They're all connected to these alphabet agencies, bro. And that's just what it is. That's just what that is, bro. You can't, you can't really, you can't really do anything about that. You can't really do anything about that. But I tell you that I found a way to literally defund this program. Not even the program, but the police. Like, bro, if you told people consequences guaranteed, bro, they're not doing anything that helps the law have something to do. If you tell people consequences are guaranteed, they're not going to do anything. That's why they put it on. They'll try to put some type of message like that on the news, but that's not telling people anything. No criminal watches the news. when it's so simple to put a billboard up, beware, Homeland Security is watching people, is watching crimes. Uh, you feel what I'm saying? Like, not just Homeland Security, these other alphabet agencies uh, watching crimes and gathering the correct evidence, bro. And it's simple. It ain't even about money, bro. They just don't want certain people on the street. They got a problem with you not needing Viagra or something, or some other, I don't know, like how you look or something. Like, they just not want you on the street because of that. I swear. Like, they want minorities in jail, bro. Nigga, I can tell cops that ain't even part of my targeting. They be looking at me angry than them, like just mad that I'm not doing anything. Just mad, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like for real, bro. Like, I can tell, bro. Like, they'll see me like my, how I have a pension for disability. They'll see that, and veteran, military, but they'll see that and they'll just be very, very hateful. I mean, they can't really show it like that, but they be, I stay away from them people. I stay away from them, but I'm not scared of them, and I don't buck up at them. I don't, I don't do that. That is not logical. Anyone that decides to put on that uniform, a cop uniform, anyone decides to dress as a cop, bro, they have all of my respect, bro. That's like no one, because no one likes them. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like them. I'm just saying. You have all my respect. Uh, when I get pulled over or something like that, you have all my respect, because anyone that dresses anyone that dresses as a cop and decides to be a cop is like, there is no, like, you're taking yourself away from so many parts of society. Like, it's not even funny. Like, it's not even funny. Like, the only part of society they'll probably get is a damn prostitute or someone they're paying. Um, you feel what I'm saying? And you probably can't even pay certain bitches to date a cop. You feel what I'm saying? Excuse my language. I keep cursing like that, but they're taking themselves away from so many things, bro. So I have to. I don't respect, but I respect. You know, I can. I understand them. You know, I guess they trying to get money. I guess they get money, so they don't really care. But yeah, I'm just going off. I can't even see the clock on here, but I'm just saying how serious this stuff kind of is when it comes to, like, uh, when it comes to what we actually know, bro. Like, this shit's very serious, bro. It's like, what we actually know, like, they want us off the street bad because, bro, we literally hold knowledge that can defund the police. And not defund, you know what defunding the police is? Making them not be able to arrest minorities. And when they do arrest them, it's something for probation. It's something that'll put them on probation. That'll get their mind right to where they know they can't even smoke no weed or do this or that. You know, that'll get their mind right. You know, so that shit just what that is, bro. Like, people don't understand that shit. I mean, I keep cursing. People don't understand that stuff. I gotta come a little bit more professional. I probably gotta. I can't even write this stuff down. But they will never, ever, 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 ever put the population in knowledge of 24/7 surveillance. They want crime going on. Like I said, it don't even defund the police, bro. It just keep minorities free. Which is basically defunding, defunding. Where they be on, they like where they, like I said, bro. They don't like minorities free. They think they can arrest and kill all of us. You feel what I'm saying? We fucking need having sex with big booty girls, doing whatever we want to do, uh, this and that, bruh. Like we getting looked at as cool everywhere. Like, bro, they want minorities messed up, bro. Like, that's so funny, bro. It's funny, like, cause it's true. Like, it's true, bro. That's what they do. But I don't know how long I've been on this live stream. I think it's been since like 6:45 or something like that. I believe so. I like doing long live streams so people have something to do. Like I said, my live streams are long because all I do is watch people's videos of targeting all day. I just get different looks and try to see where I can help out at. Where I had a problem, I had a problem thinking everybody was involved when that is not all the way true. They're not all the way involved. They're not involved in the phone camera. They're not involved in the hidden camera in your house. That's some weirdo. You know, that's some weirdo. They're not involved in that. Like I said, Airbnb. Um, there was some girls in the Airbnb. There was some girls in the Airbnb that posted. Um, what called the police. They called the police about there being hidden cameras inside of an Airbnb. So that tells you it's not even just that. That happened multiple times. But that tells you that people aren't aware. That tells you that there's a news post about hidden Airbnb cameras and they call the police about it. What that tells you is that the majority of society is not involved with watching you in your house. That was my problem. I would sit there and talk to myself. I'd be scared to do stuff in my house just because I thought I was being watched by regular citizens. When even if they, even if they call themselves regular citizens, they're informants, which is not possible, bro. It's just not possible for people to be reporting Airbnb hidden cameras and regular citizens watching you in your house. Nah, that's a tactic to cause a breathing problems. What I'm saying, that's a tactic to cause breathing problems, bro. Like I just wake up feel watched all day. Nah. Now, what did happen, and I didn't take a picture of it. I don't know why I didn't. I just ripped it off the door. But God is my witness. Lying is a mental illness. There was this motel I used to go to. It's in Kansas City. Somebody wrote a note on the door saying that, "Oh, you idiots," something like that. It was inside the part of the door, the part of the door that was inside the door. It said, "You idiots! Everything is being watched in here." Woot woot, and said all of that. You feel what I'm saying? So, like that part, like when I seen that, I was just like, okay, probably motels probably have video cameras in there. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Especially those type of motels is kind of run down. Junkie motels. They probably got hidden video cameras and stuff like that. But who knows if the manager's even watching that? Whoever that is, bro. Like, know, whoever's doing that, whoever watching someone do regular stuff, bro, it's not important, bro. They're not important, bro. And that should help your breathing problems. You know, that should help your breathing problem. It helped my breathing problem once I really realized, oh, yo, it's the police. It's law enforcement. You know, it's law enforcement. That's who doing that. And they still tried to hide that. They still tried to put that on regular citizens. So it'll cause psychological damage and mental damage and breathing problems. Because they tried to put that on regular citizens. They tried to put that on regular citizens, bro. Oh yeah, regular citizens watching me and my. No, they're not, bro. All law enforcement. All law enforcement. So I'm just here to help, bro. And that's pretty much what that is. I'm just here to help y'all and let y'all know what's going on. It bothers me to see people thinking that they coworker listening to them in their house, bro, because it's gonna make you talk all day. It's gonna make you explain. It's gonna make you explain when you get up from your dinner table why you left the spoon on the plate. I only left that right there because you and your alone in your house. You just like only left that right there because I was gonna make some more food. Just an example. You know what I'm saying? Just an example. But yeah, bro, uh, I'm not on here to play with anyone. Um, I'm not hired by any agency to talk to people. I mean, to try to play with people's mind and make them mad. I don't know any targeted individual. I'm not involved with any three-letter agencies or any law enforcement people. I'm not involved. So I'm a channel that you can come and listen to. One of the realest channels you can come and listen to, and I say that, and I take a lot of take the test about that because they're like $400. Now I'm not about to waste my money and do that right now, but a lot of take the test is like $400, bro. So that's really nothing. I'm just a real targeted individual. I don't know how people can't really say stuff like that, but I guess people can say stuff like that and still be lying. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but nah, like I really take a lot of tater tests, bro. You should feel happy listening to me. I'm a real person. You should feel extremely happy listening to me. You should feel extremely happy. I'm a real person. Nothing you can question. Nothing you can get annoyed with. You know? Like this person keeps saying that. Like as far as like something that's a trigger word for you, um, anything. Like this person keeps saying that. Why does this person keep talking about that? This person keep, stuff that triggers people. But the only reason that it kind of trigger you is because you think somebody listening to somebody speak the truth and listening to your reaction of those trigger words through your phone, you know, and that's the effect that it wanted to give you, So you just got to keep going and just keep striving, man. And I guess I'm about to end this video. I don't know if it's like been an hour or 40 minutes yet. I can't see my time or anything on there, but I'm about to go ahead and end this video. And I love all of y'all. Anybody really going through targeting, gang stalking, organized stalking, anything you want to call it. Anybody going through this, I love all of y'all, man, because this stuff is insane, bro. Like if you don't reach out to God, because He's trying to reach out to you. If you question why you get police harassment, why you get harassment from informants, He's trying to reach out to you because you're questioning it. You're questioning it, right? A criminal not going to question it. You feel what I'm saying? A criminal not going to question it. You question it. You don't feel like your targeting should be going on, right? So just think, just understand what's going on, you know, just think and understand what's going on. That's what they do. So you just have to just keep striving, man. Just keep going. And I love anybody truly going through this stuff because um, it's it's crazy. You know, it's insane. I love anybody going through this stuff. Anybody going through targeting. It's insane, bro. It's insane. Like it's insane. And if you're just starting, it gets worse. It gets worse. It seems like it gets worse and worse every year. But bro, their agents, bro, their informants, just attack me everywhere that I go. Everywhere that I go. Everywhere that I go, they just psychologically attack me, bro. And it's just I can't do nothing about it but just reach out to God and understand the importance how important I am for these people to be trying to do that. You know, psychologically mess me up on the road, trying to mess me up driving. Like it's not possible. Like I'm just going to look at what you're trying to make me not look at. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what that is. They tried to make me crash, bro. Like, not even. I ain't even in the car. You get what I'm saying? I'm not even driving right now. I've been drove in like 6 months or something like that. I think I ain't drove in like 6 months. And I noticed their tactics now are trying to make me mess up when I do get in the vehicle. Like it's so funny. Like that's psychological, but that's on me. You know, that's on me. I have to be dumb enough to think that um, that that it's important what I look at. I can't look at something. I have to be dumb enough to think that, which I'm not. You know, I would have to be dumb enough to think that, which I'm not. And I understand what they do is play with people's mind and memory and try to make you think you did something before in your life, but if you can't remember something, you didn't do anything. So I understand what that's for. I understand what that's for, and it's just God bless. You know, I wish they didn't have a program that would make people that would get people to do this type of stuff to people because it's heinous, it's horrible. That's horrible. Like I really wish they didn't have something like this going on, but I guess people get paid from it. Um, but they lack knowledge. They lack the knowledge. They just say, "Hey, go over there and say this around this person." They lack the knowledge. This knowledge is actually very detrimental um, to have in life. But everybody can't have this knowledge of gang stalking, of organized stalking, of targeted individual. Everybody can't have this knowledge um, because um, it wouldn't help the world. Um, it wouldn't help them. Like it just wouldn't help them. Like it wouldn't help. It actually hurt the world. And it's not any perk thing. I bet I got a cold a little bit. But that it wouldn't help them. It wouldn't help them. So what you have to understand is you just need to just connect to God because He's trying to connect to you. Connect to God because He's trying to connect to you. Because it's like for this to be going on to a regular citizen, uh, it's it should become a beautiful thing to you. It's always going to be annoying, but it should become a beautiful thing to you. Like I've been to multiple states and they have the same thing going on. People are obviously trying to let me know that they're informants, trying to scare me. Um, yeah, people are obviously trying to let me know that they're informants, trying to scare me and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I let go of the worldly things. It's like I walk around in Crocs and in some pajamas and a shirt. That's what I walk around in. So I let go of worldly things. So I really don't care about anything of the physical. You know, I realize where we living at. You know, we living somewhere complete evil, complete. Uh, what they call it? They got like some type of pop group called Mindless Behavior. Mindless behavior. Mindless behavior. Dumb people. You know what I'm saying? Like we live in where society dumb, people satanic. My own baby mother, I used to think like this, bro. I'm really like kind of like used to throw up like a little devil horn or something like that, but I would look at it as rock or something like that. Um, but my baby mother, she has a caption that says "straight from hell." Why would you want to be straight from hell? People have these Snapchat. Like you really wake up when you're a targeted individual. People have these Snapchat filters. They'll take a selfie. And they'll take a selfie with with devil horns. My baby mother has a caption that says she's straight from hell. You feel what I'm saying? You realize how dumb the population is? Why would you want to be that? You know, like bro, people are so stupid. People are so stupid. So you have to take advantage of it. Take advantage of idiocracy. I take advantage of idiocracy, bro. I take advantage. I take advantage of how dumb people are. Excuse me, that's not perp stuff. That shouldn't be like. But if you talk about coughing and colors, like, but they really took your mental. You have to gain your mental back. You have to gain back your common sense. They do that on purpose, but it's for you to be discredited. That's some discrediting stuff. For you to be talking about, they keep. All I see is white cars. All I see is blue cars. Oh, that's a red car right there, bro. That's some discrediting talk. They do that so they can discredit you and sway you in a different direction. That's going to get you straight in the mental institution, bro. Directly in the mental institution. Talking about all I see is blue and red cars. This person keep coughing next to me. That's gonna get you in a fist fight. Let them do that. They do that stuff because it's supposed to make you sound like you're mentally ill. That's why my the stuff that I put out, my information I put out, I put it out. I keep it in a way of smart. I keep it in a way of logic. Like, yeah, like there is informants driving around, uh, walking in stores, going already in stores before I get into a store, trying to say stuff to piss me off, make me mad, and make it seem like uh, their anger is going to get some type of false information out of me. Like my anger is going to get some, them causing my anger is going to get some type of false information out or something. I don't know. I guess, right? Like we're making them mad. Like, nah, not really. But that shit is what that is, bro. Like that's how they drive people crazy. You know, that's how they drive people crazy. That's why they do that. So you have to understand that stuff, and you just gotta keep it going. You know, you gotta understand that type of stuff. Yeah, you gotta understand that type of stuff and just keep it going, bro. You gotta understand that type of stuff. Just keep going and just keep doing your thing. You know, you wanna make these people mad? Go to work, save your money, because your targeting will stop. I mean, your targeting will stop once you make a certain amount of money. I know I said this last live. No, I didn't. I deleted that live stream. But your targeting will stop once you made a certain amount of money, but it's only stopped for you to get comfortable with spending it. You know, so never do that. Never do that. You know, it ain't gonna stop, bro. Like it's only gonna make you try to be comfortable spending money. You know what I'm saying? Like never do that, bro. You never know what these people trying to do. You know, and they can do it. So you just gotta you just gotta stay away from people, bro. You know, just do your thing, and that's pretty much it. I think this live stream probably about an hour, but uh, I like to hear our live streams. I like to see content. So, like I said, I love all y'all that's truly going through this stuff. Even if you're not truly going through it, and it's just whatever, right? I love everybody, even my enemies, and that's a calm mindset. That's a mindset you're supposed to have. Um, it's the mindset you're supposed to have. You gotta love everybody because, bro, you can be damaged by um, not loving everybody. You can be damaged. That can damage you. So you got to be cool with people, or I'm talking about at all. But you love everybody. And I love everybody. I love all y'all on here that's truly going through this stuff. And I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Uh, I'm gonna be streaming probably a lot more. Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming probably a lot more. It's just a face confirmation real quick. But I'm gonna be streaming a lot more. Um, you know, it's just to show I don't really care for what others care about. I believe in the Most High, and the Scripture is like God is a million light years ahead of society for that book to be like that, and it explains to where they can't even escape the book as it being the truth. It explains it so well. They can't even rewrite it and it be not the truth. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's just a beautiful thing. But I love all y'all, man, and y'all stay healthy, bro. Stay striving, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video.